Hello everyone, and welcome to Flame of Guidance Tarot. This is going to be a pick-a-card reading, and we're going to take a look at the general energy of what may be happening with you today. So if for any reason you felt called to do a pick-a-card reading, maybe it's because there is a specific message here for you, and I really hope to get it through to whoever needs to hear it. So first we're going to start with pile number 1, which is the blue lighter. Pile number 2 would be the pink lighter, and pile number 3 is this lime green lighter. So go ahead and pause this video if you have to, and focus on whichever pile it is that's calling you in the most, or just focus on centering your energy and selecting the pile that suits you best or is drawing you in the most. And with that said, I am going to start with my first pile, which is the blue lighter. So let's get on over to pile number 1. All right, so for all of you who chose pile number 1, which is this bright sky blue lighter, this is going to be the general energy reading for you. So let's take a look and see what cards we have for you today. I did pre-shuffle the cards for you, so I am going to find out along with you what we have going on. I will do some live card picking as well during this reading, just to kind of pull in the energy that I'm picking up on. I know that everyone likes to do or likes to see the live shuffle, so to save time on my videos, I have pre-shuffled these, and I will do a live shuffle, or just a selection of cards live for you guys, just to kind of wrap up the video or the reading, and also pull in additional messages. Okay, so let's get to it. We have Know Your Truth as the first message for you. You know, I'm going to pull the tarot ones first, because I kind of want to pull these and organize them all pretty for you. So we have the Two of Wands. Pull this way. The Queen of Cups. The Lovers. The Lovers was in the reverse, which I kind of want to keep it that way, but you know, I'm not going to read reversals for this reading. We're not going to do reversals this time. Oh my goodness. Okay, so the Magician also came up in the reverse, so I'm just going to do reversals in this reading. I don't really like to read reversals, but because these two were in the reverse, and the Ten of Wands, we're going to keep them in the reverse. Okay, interesting energy already. Let's see what else I have here. Give without expectation. Okay. I'm going to put both of these over here. Next we have Past. Through the power of love, you release any stagnant situations. Excuse me. Let's start over. Through the power of love, you release any stagnant situations or energy in order to transform your heart space. Clearly I'm stuttering. Okay, let's put these here. Okay. And I have 2 more cards here. I have a year from now. Communicate clearly. And then just to wrap up the tarot energy, I pulled a separate tarot card from a different deck, and we got the 9 of Wands. Okay, so let's see. I hope you guys are able to see all of the cards. I'll pull my camera back just a little so you can see a little more. Okay. Let me take a moment. Excuse me, guys. I'm sorry. I'm sneezing on camera. Okay, let me take a moment to bring in the energy here for these cards that I have up here. I'm trying to pick up the storyline, which so far is pretty intriguing. Let's see. We have the Queen of Cups, the Lovers, and the Magician in the reverse, the 10 of Wands, and the 2 of Wands. I feel like with the 9 of Wands being the overall energy here, I'm feeling like you are literally on guard about an emotional experience that you had in the past. There's something that's definitely lingering in your mind that has really impacted your emotional well-being, your emotional health, and also your outlook on life, and also relationships and connections, and the people that you've surrounded yourself with. In particular, it could be one specific person, and it just did not work out for you. This person could have been the one person who hurt you like no one ever has hurt you before, and it had such a traumatic impact in your well-being, your emotional well-being, in your life, that you now use that as the lens to look into your future connections with, which actually is something that you shouldn't do. With the past card here showing up, it lets me know that you have to change your perspective on your past experiences that hurt you. And that is the most challenging thing that you could ever ask a human to do. It's basically like disregarding their emotions, or disregarding how they were treated as a human being, or, you know, not treated like a human being in past experiences or in traumatic events. You know, it's hard to hear that you have to change your outlook on things that have affected you in the past. But this card is letting you know that through the power of love, you can release anything that has been holding you back from your past. Release any stagnant situations or energy in order to transform your heart space, so you could clearly start fresh and start new, and start to open up your emotions a little bit more. You know, this Queen of Cups seems to be a little more guarded than in general. Usually the Queen of Cups is looking at her cup lovingly, or holding it, or embracing it lovingly. She's kind of fearful of dropping it or letting it go. As you can see her hand, one of them is kind of off of it and the other one is holding onto it tight, like she's worried it might fall out of her hands. So you're holding on a little too tightly to your past wounds, your past trauma, or your emotional baggage, which the 10 of Wands, and it's so funny that we have the 10 of Wands here, and then we have the 9 of Wands here. So for sure, you're holding on a little bit too tight to your past situations, which is indicated by the 9 of Wands, which is when it's the wounded warrior, right? He's been there, he's done that, he's guarded, he's overprotective of himself and those around him, because he knows that he had to fight to be in the place that he is now, to have what he does now, to gain the peace of mind that he does now. And though there's still this comfort in the 9 of Wands, there's a lot of paranoia with anything new, anything changing, anyone coming in that shouldn't, you know, and that can actually make you feel like you're carrying too many burdens, you know, like it's a little too hard for you to move on, move forward, or trust, or open up to new people coming in. The Two of Wands is letting me know that you do want to look out for new opportunities. You do want to approach love with someone else or someone new, or have a better outlook in relationships and connections and people. But you're also super stubborn and you want it to be a specific way. Like in your mind, it has to be a specific person, a specific type, a specific this. It has to go a specific way for you to be okay with it, which in many circumstances is great to know exactly what you want, how you want it, and how you want to get it. But life is very funny, and it tends to sometimes say, hey, this is what you want, but I actually have something better, or there's more than what you're just trying to look at. Life changes your luck instantly, and it could go either in one direction or the other. But it also isn't always relevant to how you are perceiving your situation or relationship at that current moment in time. It can actually throw random, left swings at you, and you may be hit where you least expect it, but that's just how it is in life, right? You can't always control everything. I think if there is this grudge that you're holding on to, give without expectation. So if you do want to manifest or bring in a new loving relationship, or to release this connection that you just can't get your mind off of, if that is what you are trying to do, what you first have to do is clear your personal energy and forgive. You have to forgive yourself for maybe not handling the situation as best as you possibly could, or maybe even those who themselves didn't handle the situation as well as they could have throughout whatever it was that happened between you and this person. I do feel like it's a specific person. I do feel like it's a relationship or a situationship, because it's the Lovers and not the Two of Cards. This looks like it could have been a situationship where someone was the odd man left out. I don't see a third party, but I definitely see somebody kind of just leaving the other person broken and confused. There was definitely miscommunication between the two of you. There was definitely something that was at a loss because one person was a little too stubborn in comparison to the other, or one person just did not communicate at all. They bottled things up completely. But with know your truth here, know that you can 1000% have your King of Cups, right? If this is representing you, this Queen of Cups, then it's letting me know you can definitely find your King of Cups. And if it meant letting go of a previous negative connection, and though it hurts and though it can make you carry a grudge or hold a grudge against whoever you may be or were interested in, or it makes you look at relationships and dating as like, well, the same thing always happens to me, so I'm just not going to open up anymore. I'm just not going to do it. It's okay to be in that mindset for a little bit of time when it comes to healing yourself. When it comes to clearing your mind, your energy, and your aura, and realigning yourself and your chakras so that you are completely emotionally, mentally, and physically clear of any blockages that may be harming you from your blessings, that's when it's a good thing. But to carry this grudge or to hold on to your feelings a little too close and too tight to yourself and not really opening up to new possibilities or new experiences, well, that can actually do you a lot more damage than you think. If this is in regards to a relationship that fell apart or a situationship, or this feels more like a fling that fell apart, that one person wanted more than the other, that's what it feels like. It feels like this person that you were really connected to, you thought it was going to go for the long haul. It was going to carry out through a longer period of time than it did. It was super unexpected that this person did not return that love that you had given to them. Again, you were giving love and expecting it back instead of giving love without expecting it back. When you love someone without expecting them to love you back, somehow that is the healthiest way to attract this person and to actually allow them to be open and receptive to that love and then give it right back. But when you are clinging on to someone and saying, but I love you, why don't you love me? If I love you, why is it you can't love me back? Well, it's because you're forcing it. You're expecting something when you're giving something instead of giving from the heart. And that's what you do when you fall in love. You give love from your heart. You're opening up yourself emotionally to someone. And for you to then say, well, now you have to do the same thing for me too. You have to be just as loving as me. You have to be just as open as me. That's a little unfair to the other person on the other end, because for all you know, you guys aren't meant to be long term. For all you know, later on in time, this person is not someone that you feel you're going to actually be into anymore. So don't ever push it. Don't push it. I keep hearing push, push. So either you were super pushy and it pushed this person away, or this person decided to push you away because they felt a little too overwhelmed, not prepared for your love. Which, listen, if that's who you are, if you are the person who wears your heart on your sleeve and you're open and giving when it comes to love, and you just love with everything inside you and more, then what you're going to receive is someone who is just like you and speaks your love language, who themselves are as you are when it comes to connections and relationships. This is probably going to be a far better fit than this last person that you aren't seeing any longer. I feel like this person either blocked or ghosted or just literally started to distance themselves and then eventually just disappeared. It wasn't like they were here today, they were gone tomorrow. It's almost like they were kind of already planning and plotting a way to get away from you. And you know that. And that may have been what hurt you the most, is finding out about this. What I think should be more important for you to focus on right now is yourself, self-love, self-growth. Focus on making sure that you have all of your ducks in a row. And then love ensues. I know that in this next year, I have a year from now. So I think within this year, this is going to be a time for you to take care of yourself. So whoever is resonating with this specific pile, you are someone who has to go through soul growth in this year, 2021, by yourself. This is going to have to be a year where you commit to you and no one else. It's okay to be selfish if it means that it's going to enhance your health, your mental health, your physical health, your emotional health. That is what's going to make you the most beautiful and amazing person that you can be. You have to be your best self. And in order for you to get there, you have to focus on only making sure to be around people who aren't so toxic, or maybe not make choices or take actions towards things that aren't going to be for your best benefit. Maybe even cleaning house. Like, this is where you are going to have to focus on yourself, not interact or entertain things that aren't going to be for your own good, and start to be a little bit more into treating yourself, taking care of yourself, working on yourself. What do I want to do today? What am I going to do to get what I want in life? What are my goals? Where do I want to go? What do I need to feel completely happy and content? I don't see this as the woman who has everything and is missing love. I think there's a lot of soul growth that is needed here. So this is a very youthful energy. This isn't like a woman who has it all and is trying to find love and and is looking in the wrong places. No. Or the man, whoever you are, genderless reading here. But this is about someone who has to do far more soul growth to become the true and best version of themselves, and then love ensues. So let's see if I can get more messages here with this reading. I'm just going to shuffle these cards a little bit, and I like to do just a little bit of shuffling and then laying out the cards and picking them, because I like them to feel the energy of the rest of the cards. Oh shoot, I just dropped my deck. Hold on. All right. Getting messy here. Getting messy. Okay, let's just shuffle one more time and then we'll start picking the cards. Okay. Let's lay them out. Okay, let's see here. All right, what else? I'm feeling the energy right here. Four of Cups. Yeah, see, so this is rejection. This is, again, feeling either bored with your life or holding a grudge against someone. Definitely having a little pity party. Clearly you're focused on the one thing that you shouldn't be focused on when there's many other things for you to focus on. You need to not look at life in one way. There are many different possibilities in your life. Regardless of where you are, things can change like that. So don't focus on this one specific person when there could be so many other options for you that are far better than this one thing that you just cannot let go of. Let's see, this right here. Seven of Wands. Wow, if we're not getting all of the defense wands, I mean, Seven of Wands, fighting, it can be fighting, standing your ground and fighting for something you truly believe in, which could be your truth. You could be fighting for your truth with this card, but I think this is also someone who's on the defense and on guard and is always ready for a fight. They always know exactly what to say, or they know exactly what to do to defend themselves because they're just constantly on the defense. Again, don't be so guarded with yourself and your emotions. I think you need a lot of healing. There's a lot of healing to be done here. A lot of understanding of oneself and where you want to go as a person, not in relationships and connections. I think this is going to be a very self-aware, soul-growing year for you. This is going to be the year where you finally mature and become the best version of you. And when you look back at the beginning of this year and you're at the very end of this year, you're going to say, wow, I did not know that I could grow so much in such a short amount of time. Because a year honestly is like no time. A year goes by so flippin' fast. No matter how bad or good the year could be, it literally flies by like crazy. That candle just went out. I don't know if you noticed that or not, but it's got plenty wax in there, so I don't know why it just went off on its own. It's okay, I'll relight it later. But anyway, yeah, this is about being way too on the defense, okay? You need to put your guard down just a little bit. That's what the Nine of Wands is here telling you, as well as the Seven of Wands. It's time for you to work on yourself and not about anyone else. It's not about when am I going to meet this person? Who's going to be in my life? Who is the one? When is the one? When is this? No. No. None of that energy. I want to grab this one. Eight of Cups. Okay, there's that person that walked away, right? There's this person going to the Nine of Cups. There's this person leaving what no longer fits them, and they're going towards what is even better. the next, right? So instead of looking at this one cup here and having all of these in front of you, instead of you thinking about that, move on to what's next. Go towards fulfillment. The Nine of Cups is self-fulfillment, emotional self-fulfillment. Typically, the Nine of Cups is shown with the guy and all of his trophies that he's showing off, and he feels at his best self, and I want to pull this one for some reason. I keep staring at it. It keeps calling me the Chariot. Yeah, movement and balance. The Chariot is about successfully moving through obstacles and challenges because you've been able to conquer the bad and find the good in that situation. That's what the Chariot does, right? He carries two energies at the same time to pull forward, to move forward, and it's fast. It's a fast-moving energy. So with Eight of Cups being before this Chariot, this is letting me know, yes, you need to move on. You need to move towards self-fulfillment, towards your from the Eight of Cups towards your Nine of Cups. That is what you're meant to do. You can now move towards what you want without remorse or regret, and you have to find a way to heal yourself. You have to find a way to move on and forward without looking back in such a sour, like a negative way. Like I'm getting bitter, like bitter Betty. Like don't be a bitter Betty, okay? Don't be a negative Nancy and don't be a bitter Betty. Make sure that you hang out with positive Peggy, okay? Start looking at things completely different, because once you do, you're gonna be in a completely different mindset than you've ever been. And that's when you're in that place in life, that's when everything gets so beautiful and you're actually bringing in all the right people. You're literally able to deal with life in such a different way. Things just don't faze you. And it's right when you're at your biggest blissful moment and peace in life that you attract someone. And lo and behold, the Knight of Pentacles, right? When I was saying that you attract someone, right? So yeah, this is how you're going to get your Knight of Pentacles. It's when you move towards self-fulfillment. It's when you finally let go of this self-sabotage energy, because that's initially what a pity party is. It's self-sabotage. You are basically discarding your blessings before they even get here. This Nine of Pentacles is stable. He's not like the Knight of Wands, which is probably the energy you were dealing with before, with the Lovers in the reverse and the Magician in the reverse. Someone manipulative, someone sneaky, someone playing tricks on you, someone totally disregarding you as a human, which is the most messed up thing anyone could ever do to another person. I mean, it's messed up. But this Knight of Pentacles, he takes his time to charm you. He doesn't just do it to get in and out and get what he wants and he's gone like a thief in the night, didn't even know, right? So sorry guys, my camera totally cut off, but as I was saying, this is more stable energy. This is long-term energy. This is someone who's wanting to get to know you before they just jump into anything. They're going to take their time. They're going to come in when you least expect it. And in fact, they're going to take a long time to arrive in your life because you have way more soul growth to do. So don't expect this offer, this Nine of Pentacles, to come in your life this year. This is going to happen after you've worked on yourself and you've become the best version of you. So make sure that you aren't holding on to grudges or aren't constantly on the defense, because it's only going to hold back any and all of your blessings. And we don't want to do that. We're trying to progress, right? This is all about progression in life. Okay, so I'm going to use some dice. I like to use dice for my readings because numbers are, I love resonating with numbers and they're really fun here. Okay, so 54433. 54433 could be either a birthday, a number, a month of significance. It could be an age. You could be 33 or turning 33. This feels very young though, this energy, so I would say it's more like a 23, 24-year-old energy, 25. Anyway, so this is, age doesn't matter. I hate talking about age, to be honest. I think it's stupid. Anyway, I have 54433, so it could be a zip code, an area code, a phone number, a date of birth. It could be a license plate number. Sorry, I am going off the number on the top of the dice, not the side. I just, it's hard with being on camera to tell you guys which number I'm looking at, right? Because it could be either, but I'm going off the top numbers here. So 5 months, 4 and 5, that's 9 here. That's 9 months. So honestly, I don't think as far as time frames of anything new coming into your life, I see a whole entire year of self-growth and soul searching, especially with a year from now already marking a time frame. I think that we're going to see progress of emotional maturity in 4 to 5 months, but it's looking more like 5 months. 433. This is like after you do all of this soul growth, 5 months out from now, you're definitely going to be far more emotionally stable, which is 4, right? That's what 4 represents. So you're going to be way more emotionally stable in about 5 months. And that's when you're going to start to create this new energy within your life and yourself. That's what 3 is, right? A number of creativity. So I think this year is it's gonna be long time. It's almost like a long time coming is what I'm hearing. Like you needed to have this time for yourself for a while now. It could be because possibly you are the type of person to jump into relationship after relationship and you never really allowed yourself to be in a self-sationship, which is something that I've made up and that I am all about. You have to be in a self-sationship in order to be your best and truest version of you. And if it requires an entire year of you doing whatever the hell you want that's going to make you feel happy, good, and beautiful, and amazing from the inside out, then go for it, okay? Because this is your year to do that. This is a self-care and self-love year. I think that's mostly what you need to hear right now. Don't get stuck or caught up in things that aren't gonna be long-term or last, because the only thing making them last is you holding on to them. Let it go. It's time to go from this 8 of Cups to the 9 of Cups. Let me see if I have any other messages here. I mean, this was pretty straightforward. So yeah, I think I'm just going to stop the reading here. I want to thank you guys so much for stopping by and for watching this reading. Thank you guys so much for that. I hope you did enjoy this reading. I hope it resonates. Let me know, comment down below, tell me if any of this even made sense for you. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell, all of that good stuff. And with that said, thank you guys so much. I will catch you on the next one. All right, so for my pile number 2, this hot pink lighter, this is going to be the general energy reading for you. So I did pre-shuffle these cards, but I will do a live card selection after we've gotten the storyline here with these cards. So since I haven't seen these yet, we are going to find out together what the energy is for you guys. Pile number 2. So first we have the Page of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles. It came out in the reverse. I'm trying to not read reversals, but I actually ended up reading a reversal for pile number 1, so I feel like I should just stick to that, right? So the Knight of Pentacles is in the reverse, and then we have the 5 of Wands, Justice, the Knight of Wands. Then we have like attracts like. Interesting. Present. Oh, this is so funny. Past was in pile number 1. Okay, so with pile number 2, we're focusing on the present. You will live in the moment and are able to bring forth the energy of love in your current circumstances. And then we have no need to worry. Be assertive. And I just got one more tarot to get the overall energy of this reading, and we have the Magician as the overall energy. So let me just take a moment here to take in the energy and figure out what the storyline is here. Okay, so I don't know if you're trying to get your point across to someone, or if you're struggling with somebody taking you seriously in your life, or just in general to be taken seriously as a person. I don't know if that's initially what your main concern is, but that's what it feels like. It feels like you've been trying to manifest something for yourself, and for some reason there's no follow through, there's no end result, nothing is bearing fruit, and it's frustrating you, and it's almost like you want to give up. With the Page of Pentacles next to the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse, this is something that you've actually taken a lot of time and made a lot of effort towards. So take this how it may resonate with you, but this is more of like a specific situation that you've put a lot of thought into, a lot of energy into. You've taken so much time of your own to make sure this pans out, and it's just not exactly what you want it to be. It's not quite right, or it's not sitting well with you, or no one is giving you credit for the initiative or the work that you've put in into whatever project you're working on. Or even if it's a specific person, you're struggling with this person taking you seriously, or your efforts seriously, or making you feel as if though you're not relevant, as if things are just not working out at all. It feels like you're a little bit stressed or overwhelmed, or maybe there's just no, there's a lack of clear communication somewhere. With the Prince of Pentacles in the reverse and the Five of Wands besides that, right beside it, it lets me know that there is something that takes a lot of work and a lot of consistency that you've actually tried to make happen, and it's just not bearing fruit, and it's starting to almost make you feel like giving up. But with Justice appearing next to this, it's letting you know that whatever is actually not really panning out or working out, or whoever isn't taking you seriously, or whoever isn't listening to you, your ideas, your particular way of managing, of taking initiative, taking action, your specific, let's just say your formula to make whatever happen in your life. So whoever is making you feel like it's not a relevant way of looking, it's not realistic, it's not possible, Justice is here to let you know that your efforts will bear fruit. It's just going to be a lot harder than you thought. It's not going to be easy. The Prince of Wands is fast action, but it's also creative action. It's also, he's very, he's very witty and quick and super sharp when it comes to picking up creative ideas quickly or thinking on his feet is what I'm looking for. That's what I'm trying to say. He is quick on his feet. He knows exactly what step to take next. He's not super like calculating, like let's say the Knight of Pentacles, because the Knight of Pentacles in the upright, he's very over analytic and taking his sweet time to look at every single aspect of the matter before he takes action. The Prince of Wands, he is quick on his feet and he knows exactly what to do. He's super impulsive, which can be dangerous, but in this case, your impulse, your push forward is actually going to bear fruit. Because obviously like attracts like, so whatever you put forth will come back to you. With the Magician next to this, it lets me know that you are actually pulling in or manifesting something that you've been really serious about. This is something that you've been working on for a long time. This isn't just a shortcoming, a new thing, a new idea. This is something that you've actually really put a lot of effort, time, and energy into. This is something that you've actually wanted to pursue for a long time. It didn't come out of nowhere for you. And with no need to worry, right after the Five of Wands and the Knight of Pentacles, this is letting me know that fate and justice and you yourself, as you are putting in enough energy out into the world and what you're doing, this combination of the Magician and the Justice card is letting me know that it's going to bear fruit. It's not easy or simple. I don't see a king here, okay? So you're not there yet, but what you're doing now is going to make significant strides for you in the future. If you're trying to see end result, don't. It's time for you to focus on the effort that you're making now. Maybe be a little more precise or detail oriented, or if you have to redo and redo something until it is the closest thing to perfect as you can get. I wouldn't say perfect because that doesn't exist, but the closest thing for you to feel completely satisfied with this particular project or person or situation or relationship, whatever effort, my God, I cannot speak today, whatever effort you are putting towards something, that's what you need to focus on right now, is the current action of what you're doing, the current circumstance, the current situation. You need to just stay focused on now, how you're actually taking initiative, things that you can maybe change a little bit in this moment in time, whatever is actually relevant for the current circumstance right now. Stop thinking of future. Stop thinking of how is it going to happen? What's the end result going to be? Is this person going to do this? Are they going to listen to me? Is anyone going to take me? Stop doing that to yourself. Don't put yourself through this mind fuck when you don't have to. All you have to do is focus on what you're actually creating, what you're actually putting effort into, and the more focused and into that moment you are, the quicker the energy of the Magician and the Justice card is going to take over your life. So I don't know exactly what you're doing, but this is something that you need to continue to do, because it will bear fruit. You are very determined. This is a very determined person. This is a very tenacious person. This is someone who's working on maybe if you want to be self-employed, it could be a business. If you're looking into a creative endeavor, it could be that. If there's a lot of competition, you will beat out the competition. Don't think that you're any less than anyone else trying to do what you want to do, because that's just the way of life. That's the way of life. There's many of everything, and that's it. That's the way it is. And you can either be a part of it and do what you love, or you can fall behind and be a hater. And you don't seem to be the hater. I think you seem to be the person who's like, I'm going to take action and I can do it. If they can do it, why can't I? But also, don't compare yourself to someone else's progress compared to yours. Don't do that to yourself. Be very present with your progress, with your efforts, with your craft, with your with your particular formula, I don't know why I keep getting like formula or like creating or endeavor or like something that you feel very, very passionate about. And it's not just passion, it's like you're super, super intellectual, and you're really smart about this. It could be a way of accumulating finances. Obviously, that's like self-employed. That's a stupid thing to say, but I mean, it could be like stocks, like a hedge fund. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I doubt that someone from like Wall Street is watching this, especially now they're having all sorts of crazy stuff happening. But anyway, so this is something to do with strategizing the way that you're spending your money to make this happen. That could be a big part of it as well. Maybe you're having a little bit of stress over, is the money going to come in? Am I going to have to invest a little more than expected? Well, if that's the case, it's not going to be a bad idea. In fact, it's going to actually bear fruit. But let's see what else comes through here. What an interesting pile. Okay, pile number 2. You guys are my creative pile. Look, as I'm shuffling, the Ace of Pentacles came through here, which, with the moon, stop stressing about your finances. Stop worrying about that. I know that sometimes when you hear that message, it's easier to hear or easier said than done or whatnot. But the truth is, like attracts like. If you think that there's less than in your life, you're going to have less than in your life. If you know that there's more out there and you deserve a bit of it, you're going to have so much of it coming into your life. So whatever you put out there is what's going to come in. That is what the magician is all about. As above, so below. You are creating your own life. And as you go, you better be very, very present and aware of the steps that you're taking and how you're getting there. There's no cutting corners. There's no cheating. And you're very, very aware of it. You're super aware of that. That's why I think you're super involved with this project or very passionate about it. You're super into this. This is so cool. What a cool group. This is a very cool group. Okay, what are you guys doing with your lives? Wow. All right, I'm going to pull a few cards here at random, just ones that call me, just to get a few more messages with this reading and get a little more clarification here. I want to know what you guys are working on. This is pretty cool. This is someone who's trying to get their name out there, someone who really is trying to get taken seriously. I keep getting, I want to get taken seriously. I want to be taking oh, the world. Yeah, somebody is trying to level up in their life. So pile number 2, you are the pile who is striving for more. You are trying to start new. You're done with, you're doing things your way. And things will go your way for sure. You're starting a completely new cycle in life, and whatever it is that you're creating is going to give you so much potential to literally make life your own. If you want to travel, you will be able to travel, if that is what you're looking into. If you want to be able to have your specific idea go worldwide, it sure will. Because the world is here, okay? You are going to have it take off, and when it finally does, whatever you're involved in, I mean, if this is a love connection, it's a completely new karmic cycle with this specific person or with this new person, but I don't feel that. I feel this is something to do with finances, money, trying to put yourself, your name, your company out there, this new idea, this new creative way of being, acting, something that may be a little more convenient for others that is taking you a long time to create. The Four of Wands. Okay, so obviously it could be saving up money for a new home or moving to a new home. Maybe even having, like, with the Five of Wands and the Four of Wands, you could be having issues with contractors building your new home, and it made you spend a little more money than anticipated, but it'll work out in the end. You're still going to get the home looking like you want it to. That's a very random message, but I did get that. But there is definitely a new a new foundation that you are brewing up here, and it's going to be worthwhile. Let me tell you that you are not going to be left astray. You will get, definitely, you will get acknowledgement, you will get your reward, you will get your, I keep feeling the energy right here, so you keep, you're gonna keep getting, the magician, and the magician. You are creating your own life. I don't even want to pull any more cards because this is literally just validating everything that I just literally said. So whatever it is that you are trying to really bring together, okay, the magician is here twice. Whatever you are trying to make happen that is frustrating you, or that you're not seeing result, or you're like, why isn't it happening yet? Why? Stop. Don't do that. Because the magician can be very, very, very great positive energy to work with, or it can also be very self-destructive, because the magician has it all. He has it all. He now is making things happen because he's got everything he needs to create. He's got all the elements. He's got fire, he's got air, he's got water, he's got earth. He has enough, more than enough, to actually begin to see things in formation, in reality, in 3D, from mind to 3D. That's what this this infinite sign up here is letting you know, right? It's an ongoing cycle where you bring it from the mind, and it's literally in the 3D in front of you. You can touch it, you can hold it with your hand. Whatever concept you have, whatever idea you have, whatever project you are really making an effort to work out for you, it's going to bear fruit. And you need to really stay focused on the actual progress, or not the progress, what is the word I'm looking for? You need to focus on the actual the doing of it, the beginning of it. This is the beginning of it all. This is when you really need to have more of your focus on this specific thing and not on the end result. Fine-tuning, redoing, recrafting, rewriting, reinvesting. There's something about this particular phase or stage of this project that you need to completely hold on to and move forward with in a positive direction. Don't self-sabotage yourself by using all of this power in the wrong thing. You need to really get your mindset together, because that's initially what's going to get you the Justice card to come through here. It's a balance of self, mind, and karma, right? So like attracts like. What you put out there comes right back to you. There is a lot of energy right here. I think all your messages are right here. The Hermit, yeah. So you need to stay focused on the actual progress, on the doing, the hands-on, the time that you're like, it took a lot of effort, it took a lot of trial and error. This is what you need to focus on right now. This is what you know, and this is something that you're keeping to yourself. You are not telling anyone about this. So this is something that you've been wanting to do for a long time. You're afraid that people won't take you seriously once you bring this into the light, into the public, but you have something so beautiful, and I don't know what it is that you're working on, but it is going to have a big impact, not only on you, your life, your situation, your circumstances, relationship, connection, home, house, whatever, living, anything like that, but also many others. So it could impact publicly many people in your life, and not just, you know, the people that you know personally, but others, strangers, public people from all over the world, maybe even like online trading, I don't know, like Etsy, some form of trade. This is like a very, very good idea. So whoever chose pile number 2, you are on to something, and you should keep this to yourself until you've got it all together. And once you finally do, it's going to be like, boom, there it is. It's going to be it's going to be epic. I'm really excited for you guys. I am so curious to know what you guys are working on. Okay, I'm going to roll some dice here just to give me a few more messages for you guys. I do love to use dice for my readings. I resonate with numbers, so it's just another fun way to add messages to your reading. I always go, I use the numbers on the top here, so I go based on these top numbers, and we have 2, 4, 4, 5, and 2. Duality. Wow, there's 2, 4, 4. All right, so you've got 2 of the same numbers. 2 can be money, so for sure, money coming in. Again, 4 of Wands and 4 here, so there's something about the home, the foundation, the structure, or maybe if not home like house, definitely the home of the project, the heart of the project, the foundation of this work, of this creation of yourself. That's going to be very, very significant. Also, if we're looking at a time frame, I see 2 years. So it's going to be 2 years of a lot of work for you to actually see end result. If this is like a project where there's construction happening, I don't know if you're building your home from scratch, but it's going to take a long time for you to completely finish your home project from beginning, middle to end, decor, everything. You're going to feel like your home is complete. There's nothing missing. You have every bit of furniture, everything that you ever wanted in about 2 years. That's when you're like, that's it, I'm done. My home is complete. I have everything I've ever wanted. That's it. But I feel like if it's like a creative project that involves profit or financial return, 2 years is when you're going to see that happening for sure. Let me see if there's anything else that I see here. I don't know if there's like 5 people involved in this, and you seem to be the only one that wants to take things in a different direction, or you want to take the lead. Maybe that's why the 5 of Wands is here and the 5 came out here. But there may be other people, if that's the case and there's many people involved in this specific situation. I think your mindset and what you have going for this specific, this idea that you have, it's actually a pretty good idea, and they will come to see that you aren't so off on your direction and where you want to make this change or stride towards something else if other people are involved. But if that's not the case, then for sure at some point, maybe in 5 weeks, there will be other people who are going to help you and who may actually take you seriously, and then the initiation of the project will begin, and then 2 years out from there you will see the profit or the gain, or you'll be able to see the rewards, you know, the labor of your own fruit, or the fruit of your own labor. Let me see what else. Oh, that is all that I'm picking up for you. Pile number 2. What a fun, cool reading. Well, good luck. I mean, it doesn't even seem like you need it. You got the Magician twice. Y'all are in the right direction. You are on the right path. You are definitely doing what you got to do. So yeah, for sure, I know things will work out for you guys, so keep going. Be more present in the progress. Don't focus on the result, and then the worlds will begin to align in the way that it's meant to, because you are definitely manifesting, okay? With that said, thank you guys so much for stopping by. I do hope that you enjoyed this reading. Please comment down below. Let me know if this resonated. If there's like a dice emoji, please comment that below. Just to let me know that you stopped by for pile number 2. Other than that, please do not forget to like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell, all that good stuff. Thank you guys so much for taking the time to hear this reading. And with that said, I will catch you on the next one. All right. Hello, everyone who chose pile number 3. the lime green lighter. This is going to be the general energy reading for you. So let's get started here. We're going to take a look and see what the overall storyline or message is here for you today. We have the Nine of Swords, the Hermit, the King of Swords, the Two of Wands, and the Page of Cups. And we also have Journey Within. So I haven't looked at any of these cards beforehand. I actually shuffled them before I started looking at these cards. So I'm actually finding out what you have as at the same time that you are, and as I'm unfolding the cards, it's so crazy how this already is resonating with the cards we have here. Journey Within, and the Hermit is here, and the Nine of Swords. Peacefulness. You recognize the balance. Kindness and love brings calmness to your soul. And then we have no need to worry. And then I got extra tarot to get the overall energy of this reading, and two cards came out. So we have the Six of Cups and the Nine of Swords again. So that would be twice that it came out. So the fact that two came out of this pile, or of this deck in particular, and one of them happened to be a repeat card, is a pretty significant message. So let me just bring in the energy a little bit so I can start pulling in the messages that are intended here for you. So give me just a moment to feel out the overall message here. Okay, so I'm not sure if you are feeling a little almost like stressed out and overworked. Also very just exhausted, mentally exhausted. I think you're going through a lot mentally more than anything. This is someone who does not speak about their feelings. They are not open about what's going on with themselves, in their lives, in their mind. This is the energy of somebody who's super super reserved when it comes to how they actually feel. With no need to worry and Journey Within, and the Nine of Swords showing up twice, and the Hermit, this is reflection happening at its finest. You are going through all of the things that may have either stressed you out, put you through depression, given you anxiety. It feels like it's more of like a mental thing. So this might be someone who is super high strung, high energy, and high anxiety, but reserves their thoughts to themselves. They keep everything bottled up until it literally explodes. And I think that's what's happening here. There is a childish, I don't want to say childish energy, but there's definitely an energy of not really wanting, like a prideful energy is more of what it is. It's like not really wanting to cooperate, or not really wanting to be open and expressive about your particular feelings, thoughts, or emotions, or even your opinion. You're keeping it to yourself. So one thing about the King of Swords is he does not know how to express his feelings. He doesn't know how to speak with the kindest, most loving words. He's very direct. He's very straightforward. And he has a very sharp tongue. So when he speaks his truth, it can hurt people. But he's also very internal. Everything is kept in his mind. He's a very logical thinker, and he's very smart, honestly. Very calculated and very analytical about situations, very opinionated, but also keeps it to himself. And when he finally does speak, he speaks with truth. He speaks knowledge, wisdom. There's a big depth to the conversation when he does finally decide to speak his mind or to speak his truth. And I think what is happening here is an inner battle with yourself. There must be something that you might regret that you've done in the past, or you might have you're feeling paranoid about some sort of conversation or mistake that you had made in the past, and it's dragging you down. It's making you question things. It's making you stress out, and it does not feel good. I'm going to pull more cards to clarify this energy, because this is a very all over the place energy. But somebody is expecting an apology or wants an apology. Peacefulness and no need to worry lets me know that whatever you're really thinking about or your mind is set on, you need to let it go. You need to let it go and calm your thoughts. I think this is someone who needs to start practicing meditation or practicing physical work, anything that will allow your mind to focus on anything else other than your anxiety and you beating yourself up. Oops, I just stuttered. You beating yourself up all the time. So I would encourage physical activities like running, any kind of sports, to really get that pent-up aggression out, because there's a lot of anger in this pile. It's like you're really mad at either yourself or someone else, but this feels internal. So I think there's something that you definitely regret, and something that you just cannot stop thinking about. It just keeps you up all night. It runs through your mind from the minute that you open your eyes to the minute that you have to lay down in bed and look up at the ceiling and try and pass out. Your thoughts will not allow you to sleep in peace and be calm. Let me pull some more cards. This is a very, this is an interesting energy pile, number 3. You guys are going through it, I can tell. Wow. Okay, well, the Empress wanted to come out there. But I'm just going to shuffle these and then lay them out and start pulling cards just to get a better in-depth message here for this energy. It's really interesting. It's really interesting. Okay. All right, let's let the cards fall where they may. Okay. Okay, so let's get more messages here for pile number 3. Spirit, what else does pile number 3 need to know? Feels like the energy is here. The 2 of Cups. Okay, maybe you're very paranoid about a specific connection. The 6 of Cups is here, so that would make sense. There may be a connection that you are literally paranoid about, can't stop thinking about, maybe a specific person that you may have released or let go, or maybe you didn't even express yourself properly to this person, and it's making you feel so regretful, and you really feel like, man, why don't I ever speak my mind? Like, why can't I talk about my feelings? Like, why was I so scared to say how much I care about this person? Why didn't I let myself open up to them? You're afraid that maybe they've moved on to someone else. There's a lot of paranoia here. I feel the energy right here. Okay, 2 cards wanted to come out. The Hierophant and the Emperor. That's funny, the Empress fell out when I was shuffling the cards. The Emperor and the Hierophant. So, the Hierophant, excuse me. So this is definitely about a specific connection that you feel is meant to be. This is about someone that you cannot let go of, someone that actually was meant to be a part of your life path in one way or another. Karmically, you guys are tied to each other. That's what the Hierophant is about, karmic lessons. It's also about a bigger level of commitment, either wanting that commitment or formally becoming closer to or more committed to someone or something in your life. It also indicates a completely new stage and phase of maturity in your life. With the Emperor beside this, I feel like it could be in regards to a specific person. And I think this would be more of your energy. I think you're the Emperor in this specific message. The Emperor is, he is the father of the tarot, right? He is the know-all, have-all. He's been there, he's done that. He has grown, he has matured, and he reigns above all. So he earned his place. And when it comes to expressing himself emotionally, he tends to be more of a direct person. He's very direct and he's very honest. And I think that's what you wanted to have, is an honest and open conversation about finally committing to someone, but it didn't pan out in the way that you wanted it to. Now, with no need to worry, I think, and peacefulness here, I think this is going to actually pan out okay. It's actually going to be a much better result than what you were thinking or expecting. I think that you're being a little too paranoid. I'm feeling the energy here. You're feeling a little too paranoid right now. So I think what you need to do is let go of whatever is, Eight of Cups. I think the Eight of Cups came out in one of the other piles. I don't remember, to be honest. I could be completely wrong. This could be someone, it could be the one that got away, or it could be you letting someone get away. It could be the return of someone. There's someone walking in one way or in one direction or the other. It's either back or leaving out of the picture. And with the Six of Cups, it could possibly be the return of someone and you wanting that, or you wishing that you could go towards this specific person. This is turning into like a connection, a love reading. So what you are going internally about is your relationships, your connections, your way of approaching relationships overall. And you tend to be super reserved when it comes to expressing your feelings. You tend to be someone who keeps it to themselves because you're afraid of either rejection or maybe of getting involved with someone who may not turn out to be who you think they are, because you've been betrayed in the past, because you've been through a lot of heartbreak in the past. But with you coming up as the Emperor, it lets me know that you are actually making wise choices with your life and with your connections. So if you're afraid that this person isn't going to come back, or that you completely lost hope with this person, I don't think you should. I think this is something that is meant to be. The Four of Wands came out. So yeah, this is definitely a connection that not only is karmic, but it was intended to happen to you. It was meant to be for you and this particular person to come together and meet in one way or another. You guys are meant to have a very a very like an impactful connection, like a connection that will be, it'll leave its mark, its stamp. I'm seeing like a stamp, like somebody's sealing something with like a stamp. So this is like a connection that is meant to leave a mark in your life, no matter where you are in your life path, in your journey, wherever you may be. This specific connection was meant to leave a mark in that place. No matter what is happening in your life, no matter when it happened or when it will happen, it's meant to leave a mark. So the fact that you are actually paranoid and feeling very internal about your feelings about this person, and paranoid and worried that they don't feel the same way, or afraid of the rejection, this connection was meant to come to you because you are meant to learn how to have a stable and very grounding energy. You need to ground your energy. The King of Swords is very, very mental, and I don't mean mental like crazy. I mean mental like he's always in his thoughts. He's always in his brain. He's always thinking, right? To the point where he has like gray hairs from thinking too much. The Emperor is grounding energy. He brings thoughts to 3D. So because he knows and he's aware that that's how, you know, you have to be in life. You have to be more grounded and take a very practical approach to things. I think that's what this is intended to teach you. It's intended to teach you how to actually maneuver through emotional, like very big impacting emotional situations. You are meant to go through this big emotional awakening where you start to actually take ownership of your feelings. You know, you start to, and what I mean by taking ownership of your feelings is actually being expressive and open about how you feel. And once you are, it's not going to lead you astray. I mean, that's what I see with this Four of Wands here. You're going from the Eight of Cups to the Four of Wands, so you are meant to be very open and expressive about your feelings and emotions, because that's how you're going to get the person that you want. They need to hear it from you just as much as you need to hear it from them. This is like reassurance that both of you need. Both of you, I think, are asking for this, almost like you're asking for a sign, and you're like, should I go for it? Do they feel the same way? What if they don't? I don't want to go through this. Why am I thinking about this person? Why can't I get over this person? What is going on? It's like a mental battle that you just cannot get over, and it is actually intended to help you learn how to communicate about your emotions, express your emotions, and also process your emotions without having to beat yourself up. You are intended to go within and reflect on exactly what it is that you just cannot seem to get your mind off of. Why? All of these questions that you're asking yourself, they're healthy. It's not unhealthy. It's human. It's normal. You're trying to make sense of why you feel like overwhelmed with emotions over this specific person. I mean, to the point where you're just holding yourself back, and you're just really trying to analyze why you feel this way about this person. You're really trying to look into why is it that this little this little bit of either sadness comes to me if I think that they're leaving, or why this bit of jealousy comes to me when I think that they're with someone else, or why am I so strongly linked to this particular person, especially when I know that there's more out there in the world, right? When I know that there could be many more options out there in the world, when I know that this person, what if they're not going to lead me to the best place in life? You know, what if they're not the one? If, you know, you're meant to process this particular situation, even with all of your mental questioning. You know, you're literally the Nine of Swords. I mean, look at her. She's super stressed out. You just cannot get disconnected from this person one way or another. And this is someone who has been trying to disconnect, but cannot. They're failing. at completely letting go or disconnecting. But you're meant to go through this long journey so that when you finally get to the top of the mountain, there's going to be a big celebration. There's going to be a big epiphany. There's going to be a big union. You know, I think once you have really owned up to your feelings, what you want in life, and you ground yourself, then you'll be able to express how you feel to this person. And I think there's going to be, for sure, I know there's going to be a mutual connection here, for sure, because of the Four of Wands and the Two of Cups. So for sure, it's a mutual feeling. So don't think that this person doesn't care about you. Don't think that they're not really into you. I want to pull another card here. The Two of Pentacles. Yeah, stop contemplating or debating. Now, with the Two of Pentacles, this can be you debating whether to go through with or not, as far as expressing your feelings and expressing yourself. You're contemplating. Two of Wands, Two of Pentacles, contemplating options, contemplating making a move, making a decision, choosing one particular person, or choosing to take action in one particular way. Stop making this an overbearing thing. Let the pieces fall where they may. Let destiny do its thing, and start doing more that will help you to release and decompress a lot of anger and frustration that you have. And this is with yourself. I don't see you mad at anyone. I see you more of like frustrated with yourself. Like, why do I feel so stuck to this person? Why do I feel like forced to have to be with or connect with this person? Stop going back and forth with that contemplation. The Four of Cups. Yeah, you're like, you're bored and stagnant. I don't know if there was maybe like a drifting away between you two, that made you feel like, okay, it's over. I totally missed my opportunity. Or what if I get rejected? If I do go through with expressing myself, you don't worry about that, because there's gonna be a Four of Wands moment here. There's gonna be a moment where you will finally have all of the answers in front of you. You will finally have that conversation, that connection. And I don't think that you need to think about this anymore. I think what Spirit wants you to do is to focus on yourself and to release your energy, because I see a lot of pent-up energy. It seems like you need to express this energy physically to get it off your chest, so that you're more at peace when you finally do confront or express yourself to this person about these emotions. Okay, so I'm gonna do a roll of dice here. Ooh. I like to do a dice roll for my readings. I like to use numbers. I tend to resonate best with numbers. So we have 6, 3, 3, 5, and 1. So when I roll the dice, I always go with the numbers that are on the top of the dice. So not the ones on the side, the ones on the top. That's what I focus on. So 6 of Cups. So definitely going to have a heart-to-heart conversation with this person. They're definitely going to come in. If they were someone that you once had a connection with and then it was lost, there's gonna be a return, and there's gonna be a meeting of the minds. And why I say that is because we have 3 next to each other, and they kind of go into the 2 dots here. They're kind of meeting in the middle here, right? So I think this is finally having that conversation, finally coming together and expressing these feelings that you have, whether it's saying, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to hurt you, or whether it's like, I don't know why I walked away, I was afraid, but I definitely know this connection is worthwhile. I definitely know that this is something that I just have to try and see if it'll work out. It seems like there's gonna be definitely a commitment happening here. It could be in the next, with 6 and 6 here, 3 and 3 is 6. 5 to 6 weeks, I'm saying, because there is a 5 here. So it could be 5 days, 5 weeks, 5 months. Feels more sooner. So it feels like 5 days and 5 weeks is more of like the energy that I'm getting. This is a very soon energy. This is actually kind of like all of this pent-up frustration that you're feeling. Believe me, when you are thinking that much about someone, it doesn't mean that they're not thinking about you. It's like a quantum physics, right? You're pulling that energy in. So of course they feel you thinking of them, and you thinking of them is basically them thinking of you. You know, you guys are pulling each other in. So there's gonna be this almost this like a forced universal intervention where you both have to come together to either agree to disagree or to unite and start something and to eventually become one, right? So I think if this is truly about that, I think in a year you guys are definitely going to be 1000% committed to each other, and it'll be like a known fact that this is now a relationship. A year from now, you guys will 100% commit, be in a relationship. That I see for sure. And again, I'm seeing 5 more for like a time frame. So 5 days, 5 weeks, 5 months. It feels like 5 weeks. 5 days to 5 weeks is what it feels like. Let me see if I get any more messages here. So if we go with the obvious, 63351, could be a phone number, could be an area code, could be a zip code, could be a date of birth, a significant time, day. If I make this into a single digit, we're looking at 6 and 6, 12. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 18 to a single digit is 9. So yeah, it's definitely closing one phase out and starting to go towards the 10, or I guess in this case the 9 of cups, right? You're going from the 8 of cups to a 9. So that's really interesting. Finally having that emotional fulfillment. And if that means having it with someone beside you, then even better, right? So be it. Let that be how it is. Wow, that is such a beautiful reading. Well, I hope that this made sense. My pile number 3s, please comment down below. Let me know what's going on. I'd love to hear back what is actually happening. I'm going to end the reading right here. Thank you guys so much for stopping by and checking out my reading. I really do hope this resonated and that you guys did enjoy this reading. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. And be sure to hit the notification bell to stay tuned for any more readings that I may do in the future. And with that said, thank you guys so much. I love you, and I will catch you on the next one.